Correctly with the correct amount.
D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
So I think right around here is when we enter the reservation, and there's a motel right on the edge. There is a police car with flashing lights in front of the motel.
Fun.
Excellent.
You see that the motel has caution tape over one of the rooms.
The Rian looks out the window and he's like, that is not a good sign.
What ain't a good sign?
Because we just drove past a motel with a police car in front of it with flashing lights and tape across the door. I have a really bad feeling about this, guys.
I would have thought I would have avoided all of that motel and police tape and...
Cayden, make a vigilance check.
Oh,
Lovely.
heck.
Okay, have I improved his vigilance at all?
We're gonna die. You're
No, just
wait.
You're
It's
right.
still too yellow and too blue.
I think Elianna's gonna carry this water cup the whole time because I in real life am dehydrated. This cup is-
You so like the wind shifts and you smell blood and roses.
He visibly tenses. It is very obvious that whatever just occurred is directly affecting him. I don't know.
Cayden, care to share? You look like somebody just insulted your mother.
Or you just saw a ghost.
Cayden turns his head in the direction of Rian at that comment, and then just...
Correction, sensed a ghost.
He's just shaking his head as he's about to speak. and he follows up with, well, as much as I would love to punch someone if they insulted my mother, I just smell blood and roses.
So, I take it we're gonna go and see what happens?
I mean, we could move along. We do have other business, but seems kind of, I don't know, fortuitous ain't the right word. What would be the right word? Coincidental?
Coincidental sounds better.
Yeah.
I don't like coincidences. They take too much planning.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't feel like coincidence.
We had better go see what's happening. I'll call Elianna.
All right.
He calls Elianna.
Elianna sees the phone ringing, and she sighs, and she picks it up.
Well, she could probably answer it through her car.
Right.
Oh.
She'll just see him
She
calling.
sees it ringing on the car,
Yeah,
and she
you got
sighs, and she picks it up.
You're the fancy part of all of us.
Hello?
I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Great.
Yes, I'm as thrilled about it as you are. Cayden caught a whiff of blood and roses from the scene we just passed.
Elianna
And what's the-
visibly blanches.
The good news is we get to get out of these cars.
Great.
Cayden's like, what?
Rian is like, what?
And then like,
It's been a long day and I'd like to stretch my legs. I thought that was good news.
and Cayden's like,
getting some fresh air out of the car. would be
So
nice.
we're driving back to that motel we passed.
For a moment, just to have a look.
This is gonna be great.
Yes, coincidences. Love them. Click. Driver, we're headed back to the cop car with the flashing lights.
How are you feeling about this, Ellie?
Elianna just like smiles and shakes her head, and you can't see her eyes because she got sunglasses on, but she's rolling them up to the heavens. She's like, great, and she turns around the car. And Elianna has dressed down because she is the optics of driving an extremely expensive red sports car and a limousine into a Native American reservation is not great, so she's dressed down slightly.
Describe casual clothes.
She's wearing jeans.
It's pretty casual.
Jeans.
I bet they were very expensive jeans.
She doesn't. She's got a bunch of pairs, but they don't get used often.
Joan's got her usual outfit, jeans.
We roll in.
All right, so the Tesla and the limo roll in to this little motel on the edge of the Native American reservation.
That's fantastic.
So the cop walks up to us as we park, waits for us to get out with his hands on his hips.
Just sees the most oddly dressed group of people as they walk out, like, and following behind is like this blind man who's just kind of following along.
Rian, to him, is probably the most normal.
What is
dressed
Voltaire
person.
dressed like right now?
Yes. What suit is he wearing?
Since they were headed to Arizona, he figured he'd bust out a white suit with like red trim around the lapels of the suit jacket.
Ooh.
He's got just this blood red shirt underneath, and he's also wearing nice monk strapped oxbloods. He's dressed very nice. He looks like he could buy this motel.
Okay, so we've got 2 ladies in jeans, 1 man dressed to the nines.
Again.
As usual.
Cayden and Rian are the only ones who like could possibly fit in here.
Look completely out of their element.
No, the girls don't look nearly as bad as Voltaire.
I'm
Voltaire steps out of a limo in his gleaming white suit with the red trim, puts on his friggin' sunglasses.
Like, we'll talk about clothes that are not great to wear in a desert.
Cry.
White.
Yeah.
The dust is going to
reflects
show on that so easily.
So
Like the
fast.
moment he steps out of the car.
You think he wears suits twice?
No, I don't
That's
think
a
he
good
does.
point. I don't think he
I
does.
don't think he does.
Um,
Just for a slight small detail, Cayden's hat has a new slight feature on it. Like before, it was usually just black with a very nice little white rope kind of around the base. But
Ooh.
sticking, yeah,
I didn't know it was black. That's
Oh.
cool.
yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, go on.
But sticking out of the rope now on the left side of his hat is actually a kind of dark brown, black, and white feather.
Okay.
Cool. I was gonna roll that route, but I think it's okay if Cayden's the only one with that.
Oh, okay.
They both show
Anyway.
up with feathers. They're like,
Oh,
Come on.
man, look, we should have color coordinated, man. We should have planned this. Look, you had the shawl, I had the feather. Gosh.
Hey, man, it's macaroni.
are you
Yes!
gonna be macaroni or am I gonna be only one of us?
Could be
There can only be one macaroni.
Well, no, I was saying that it's the fashion, because that's what macaroni meant. It meant it was fashionable.
Okay.
Okay,
Back to
yeah.
scene.
So we get out of our cars, and the police officer just waiting there, and it's like, so, what brings you all here?
Rian's gonna walk a few steps ahead. Well, we were on our way to through the reservation to go speak to the chief and the elders, but when we came across here, we were curious as to what happened.
So, all of you came to speak to the elders.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For what reason?
I don't think you'd believe us if we told you.
All right. And why should I tell you anything about what happened here? It's police business.
Very good point.
Trying to think how we...
I'll be honest here, I don't trust you.
Fair enough.
At least he's honest.
You're a smart man.
That is fair. Well, okay, so we have just very recently been attacked by Skinwalker, and we're
He
here.
raises his eyebrows.
Believe me, it was a long story.
It's better to be honest.
And we've discovered that Skinwalker came from this reservation, and we need to ask the elders about what her true identity is. That is why we are here.
You were attacked by a skinwalker.
Yes.
I told you wouldn't believe
And
us.
let's assume I believe you. Let's just be real generous here and assume I believe you. Why aren't you dead?
Well, we were able to. How do I best describe this?
See, I've never seen a skinwalker myself, but from the tales I've heard, if you really were attacked by one, you'd be dead.
I'm quite frankly shocked that we survived.
It was not without great cost to ourselves.
Yeah, he shot me.
Oh my
I gestures at Voltaire.
To be fair, I think I shot most of you.
Against his
No,
will. Against his
I
will.
don't like
He raises his eyebrow at that, like looks at Voltaire.
Cayden's moved his hand to his head again.
You can tell that Joan said that not because she's being stupid, but because she enjoys
Yes.
torment.
Oh, we got
Voltaire.
that. Oh, we got that.
Yeah,
yes.
I got that definitely.
Look, maybe this will help lend us a little bit more credibility. I'm assuming you have a body in there with a rose bush growing out of its stomach. We know a few things about that, and we would like to know more. And maybe we could offer you
Now,
some
how
kind
would
of
you
insight.
know about that?
We have our ways.
Elianna looks at Cayden.
She specifically looked
Sorry.
at Cayden. So
This is an
Cayden's
audio
gonna...
medium, my bad.
True, though. Cayden doesn't realize that Elianna directly looked at him, probably. But he could guess that, based on the fact she didn't respond, that he's expected to answer.
Mm-hmm.
And so he will. Can I make a perception check on this cop?
Can I make one?
What are you looking for?
To figure out something that is not easily discerned. Not in terms of like reading his mind, but like something he's either
You're
wearing.
trying to pull the Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock
Yes.
Holmes him.
I'm sure. Yes, I'm trying to Sherlock Holmes him.
You're trying to Sherlock Holmes him without being able to see.
Yes.
Correct. It's not going to be easy.
He did that to Elianna.
Yes.
This is gonna.
Okay, yeah. What's your perception?
It's still 3 and 4 with 2 blue die.
You can tell that he hasn't showered in a couple days.
Nice.
Delicious.
Is that literally it?
All right.
Why don't
you
you
know what?
criticize the man for not
With
taking
a
a
couple
shower?
advantages. That's enough to get something not very useful.
Wait, what did I get?
He hasn't showered in
You
a couple
failed
days.
with a couple
Oh,
advantages.
with a couple of advantages.
All right,
All right.
Sherlock Holmes,
Is
have
that-
at him.
Is that obvious to anyone else though?
A regular person would have to be like up close to him to smell that.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. The same way, I might advise a bath be in your near future.
Like, you can tell he's a little offended.
Rian just the slow face palm at that.
Well,
Elianna glares at Cayden.
He just shrugs.
Well,
It's like,
be
that's
honest.
what I got. Is this the shrug's more like, that's what I got this time. I'm sorry.
That one stuck me because I can't see.
Try to
He's
Sherlock
like,
Holmes.
what do you want from me? I'm blind.
Plus, at the same time, he's trying to ask like how in the world they knew about the rose bush and blood. He smelled that too.
to be honest, officer, we know about the rose bushes and blood because of me. I work for a very specific organization that deals with such interesting matters.
What, you from some secret society or something?
You could say that.
Ah, got some crazies then.
Tell me, have you ever been down to Vegas at all?
Once or twice?
Once or twice? Okay, then you would have no idea who I work for. Suffice it to say, we can help you.
It's part of the reason why we're here, to investigate why this sort of thing is happening. We're a little unusual, but so is the way whoever in there died.
This would be charm, or
Boy.
in our preferred colloquialism,
Convince. For
Hey, convince.
yellow.
Nice.
Thank you.
If you want to give me disadvantages for wearing sunglasses, you can. She's not taking them off.
You are getting a black die due to the fact that Cayden offended him,
Yeah.
and the fact that
He thinks I'm insane.
he thinks that we're at least a little crazy.
Yep.
But at the same time, can we get a blue die for the fact that we
That
obviously
he's correct.
looked?
That he is correct, and we are a little crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
accurate,
yeah.
as well as we look like hell still, in a way. Like we do.
I don't know about that. I think, like, he's heard stories of skinwalkers, but a bunch of random people showing up saying they're attacked by a skinwalker is different than your grandma or grandpa telling you a story about a skinwalker.
Uh-huh.
Well, then how about a blue die for us correctly guessing?
Yeah, that
the
you
way
are
the
getting a
person
blue
died?
die for correctly saying the stuff about the blood and rose. So let's see. It failed.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Fair enough. I'm not
Easy
mad about it.
2 threats and a triumph.
What?
Triumph.
Triumph, baby.
Look,
Look, I'm extremely charming. You all hecked it up, though.
I guess there are possibilities with the triumph, but one possibility is that we could get aid from an unforeseen source. Do you want to use your triumph on that?
Oh, yeah, I get to decide, huh?
That's true. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
shit.
it's
Your
yours.
triumph.
I like that. I like that very much.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you all to leave. This is important police work that I need to get back to.
All right, fair enough. Let us know if you need anything.
I don't think I will.
Good luck with that, officer.
Rian just tilts his head and says, well, good day to you then.
So we turn back to go to the cars, and leaning against one of the cars is a Navajo man of indeterminate age. He could be anywhere from his late 20s to like his early 40s. There's no way of telling.
Which means that he's probably anywhere between his late 20s to his early 900s.
Probably.
Skinwalkers can live for extremely long periods.
It might not be
You're
a
just
skinwalker.
gonna call it a skinwalker immediately? We gotta
Everyone's
try
a
him.
natural skinwalker.
We already have one we need to kill. We don't need another one.
It was a triumph. That's not the kind of surprise that Dean's.
Triumph, you get another skinwalker. Isn't that fun?
Isn't that great, everyone?
Stories need conflict. Here's another one.
Yay!
Up the stakes. You all like narrative.
Let's figure out the name
right?
of this one next.
Yay.
He's leaning up against the limo.
Excuse me, sir. You're leaning up on my car.
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
You didn't notice a limo?
I didn't notice it was yours.
Fair enough.
Wait, this is a limo? Wow, okay.
Interesting.
I'm just having fun with you.
I can appreciate that. Forgive me. It's been a long day. Forgive me if I'm being rude, but who are you?
I'm just a old soul.
Perception check.
Alrighty.
We make a perception
Alrighty.
check, okay?
We doing perception checks.
Same as last
Everyone
time.
make
Soul,
a
get out
check.
here.
Old soul nonsense. We've been on edge for a couple days. We ain't falling for that immediately. Come on.
Yeah, this is perception versus his passive deception.
Oh shoot. Oh, this might actually be hard. Oh shoot.
Passive deception.
This, like, he's not actively trying to lie, but he's just kind of got that kind of nature.
All right.
Oh,
This is fun. All right. Okay.
First?
Heavens.
Yeah, I saw like 4.
I saw a bit of the dice pool.
You take in a deep whiff trying to get something off this guy. There's definitely something supernatural about him. And you do get a faint hint. Like, he's kind of got like this like old smell.
Okay.
He also smells a bit like a coyote.
Can I make a knowledge supernatural check on that?
You could.
You could.
Voltaire was the one who already asked who he was, right?
Yeah.
Did he give an answer? Oh, just I'm an old soul.
I'm
Is
an
that
old
what?
soul.
And
Before.
Voltaire had to reply to that as soon as you finished your checks.
Well, actually, like Cayden's made it. He's not going to make a knowledge supernatural check yet, so Voltaire can have his response, and then Cayden might say something before he makes this check.
Forgive me, friends, but we've had a lot to do with old souls in the last little while.
So I've heard.
Exactly. So you'll forgive me if I'm a little on edge when you say that.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm not planning on causing any trouble with you specifically.
That's comforting. Not as comforting as you think it is, but I'll take it.
Also, just a note. Each time I'm laughing here, this is him laughing, not just him.
Oh.
But yes, yet another rather direct question. What are you?
Let's just say that I'm from before the Fourth World.
Would you care to translate that for those of us who don't speak magic?
I forgot all you immigrants don't really know how history works.
Cayden wants
All
to
right.
make his supernatural check now with
right.
a little bit of context about his personality and combination. So, like, old soul, whatever fourth world type thing, if he's heard it. The overall.
Rian wants to make a supernatural check as well.
Rian might know what the Fourth World means.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rian's gonna do that.
What?
Just that's
I, as a player, have a pretty good guess as to what this is, but
Yeah.
Caitlin's like, you do? What?
They're aliens, apparently, I guess. I don't know what's happening.
Well, in the legal sense, alien is anyone from another country.
It's true.
I'm aware of that.
And except for Rian, our bloodlines are not from this part of the
It's
world.
true.
I'm aware of that.
What's it called?
He said
Anyway.
fourth world though, and that's kind of throwing me off a little bit.
True. Sorry. Knowledge supernatural. So what are you specifically trying to know?
trying to figure out who he is. If I
Okay, you want to know who he is. Okay, what is your knowledge supernatural?
not very good, we're gonna try it. It's 2 yellow.
So, you don't know.
Hey.
Yeah,
hey.
expected.
Okay.
Rian's
Rian.
turn.
So if you want to know what he is, that'd be knowledge supernatural. Well, so you could actually make knowledge supernatural or knowledge education if you wanted.
Supernatural is my best. Do I get any benefits from probably growing up any of these?
Yeah, so you don't know who he is either.
Okay.
You could make an easier check to just know what the flip he's talking about with the fourth world.
Yes, we'll do that.
So part of the reason why it was harder on you is you don't have the benefit of what Cayden knew.
Right.
Oh,
All right.
I see.
This one went much better.
Hey.
So in a lot of Native American folklore, but Navajo specifically, this world that we live in now is the fourth world. So there have been 4 worlds, and this is the 4th one. And figures in Native American mythology moved from world to world as like the past one ended and the new one was born.
Okay.
The spirits and stuff, the holy figures, all of those came from the worlds before. Well, maybe not all of them. I don't know if all of them, but a lot of them at least came from the worlds before.
Okay.
So he is older than the 4th world.
So he's very old.
And yeah, so well, which basically means he's a figure from Native American mythology. So we have Cayden knows nothing.
He has some information that he can't put together.
He can't put it together, but he knows that he smells old and smells faintly of coyote.
Voltaire is just mildly frustrated.
Joan likes this guy's style.
So tell me, you seem like you know something about what's going on here. Do you have any information about what happens with this poor unfortunate soul?
I could show you inside.
I'd like that even more. Lead on, good sir.
Oh my gosh. What?
Okay.
Please.
The police said not to go in there. The local law enforcement said not to go in there, and we want further cooperation with the locals later on a different issue.
He's a local.
Elianna, I think we're gonna be fine with him.
Just and as he coughs, there's a call on the cop's radio. We can't hear the specifics. Gets in his car, and then after like a bit of talking on the radio, he like drives away. That was easy.
Rian had no doubts about this at all.
Hold on. Cayden turns to Rian like, Rian, are you currently withholding information right now?
Rian kind of gives a slight chuckle since he's the only one who knows about all this.
The man kind of like wiggles his eyebrows at Rian.
Rian, what did we talk about on this little ride up here about communication?
A work in progress. A work in progress, Cayden.
How about we work hard?
Elianna doesn't laugh like that after Rian's like, what did we talk about communication in the limo? But she does smile. She does smile wryly.
Before I actually do speak, may I have an introduction as to who you are, please?
I think I've said all I need to say.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I think you can piece together it eventually.
Yes.
Voltaire is he's just clenching his hands in front of him. He's just like, information now.
This is one of the ancient spirits from the previous worlds.
Everyone looks at Rian weird at that. Joan's previous
Elianna
worlds?
just like rubs her head, like massages her temples.
Yes, in Native American mythology, specifically Navajo mythology, there have been worlds before this one, and he is one of the spirits from those worlds.
That'd be right.
Now,
Yeah, first world to be specific. Don't want to brag or...
all right, Rian, since you seem to have some experience with this, do you happen to know any of them that is connected to coyotes?
This is enough for you to know.
Yes, actually, Cayden, his name is Coyote.
Tips a hat that he wasn't wearing before.
Alright.
You can't tell, but like Cayden is kind of staring in the direction of what he assumes is Rian, and he's like blinking under his goggles, just kind of like. Really? It's one of those really.
Rian can kind of guess that and just like, yes, Cayden, I am being serious about this.
So, Coyote,
Nice figure.
why are you letting us into this little crime scene?
Well, I've heard whispers about you guys from the from the world and such.
Mhm.
My reputation precedes us, apparently.
What kind of whispers?
You guys, well, you've got a pretty good track record of killing people who make trouble.
That is pretty much how I make my money.
But to be fair, some of the previous killings haven't been us, technically.
Well, personally, I'm not a huge fan of well, I don't know, not all of you are so bad. Gestures at the people in the group who aren't Rian. But when you guys all moved in here, you brought some pretty nasty things.
You have no idea.
Oh, he has plenty of an idea as to what we brought.
I was there when they first showed up.
Oh, joy. Would you happen to know this specific one?
I didn't exactly shake their hands.
Are you talking
So I'm
about?
taking that as no.
Are you talking about multiple people here?
All right, sorry. Dumbing it down a bit.
Thank you.
Europeans, white people, brought European monsters when they came here.
Sorry, I'm a little bit locked in the now with the murder and the crime scene. You gotta, specify when you're gonna move us to a different time period.
You asked.
Rian's getting a little frustrated.
You
with
asked
this.
You asked why I want to help you. I don't like the European monsters. We never had to deal with fairies back in the day.
Fair enough.
Then you guys port them over here, and now we've got people with roses coming out of their faces.
And Rian's like, and why do you think we don't trust many outsiders?
Rian's turning on us.
I'm not surprised. We drove in here with a freaking sports car and a limo.
No, I agree. It's just like, dang, so fast.
Already reaches for Brienne.
Rian does the fist
That
bump.
is, I love it. I truly
We
do.
freaking deserve it.
It's true. He's making a general statement because, we aren't the ones who directly brought these things
No.
here. But yes, we did come in here with the expectation, we're here to get some things done. And look, we arrive and, look, another fairy thing just occurred.
I'm not even mad. We cannot be mad. We deserve this.
I wasn't mad. I was just pointing it out. I was
I'm
like,
just
man,
saying.
Rian turning us so fast.
He should.
Anyways, so if you could deal with the crazy fairy lady, then that'd be nice.
Well, we are working on that. Currently, we have her assassin in he gestures to Voltaire, his pocket at the moment, and we're...
Okay, yeah. No, I'm talking about, there's a fairy lady here, and I want her not here.
She's currently
We'll make
here.
you a
She's here in the reservation.
Yes.
Do you want to give us some details about this crazy fairy lady?
Rian's face kind of pales a little.
Yes. Details? Would you care to
Please.
elaborate
Do you know anything?
on said fairy lady? How do you know it's a lady? Have you seen her?
Yeah, I was watching through the window when she murdered the prof in there.
Ah, so you know what she looks like.
I don't know, they all look the same. Pale, pointy ears, naturey looking dresses.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still, that's not very helpful.
Wait, did you say prof as in professor?
Yeah, the dead guy. Yeah, he was a professor of some kind, British, I think. Has a tweed suit. I assume that means he's British. I don't know.
All right, well, let's go see the dead guy. Did you get any vibe for what season of nature-y this lady was? And anything specific?
She smelled kind of off. There's something wrong about her. Something vicious.
Alrighty.
May seem a bit pot calling kettle black coming from me, but she smelled like a predator.
Interesting.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, let's go inside, I guess.
All right.
Let's go look at it. In the meantime, we do currently have a half-dead skinwalker.
Why?
Because she came from here, and we need to know her name before we can kill her. Would you happen to be able to help us in this little adventure?
I'm probably just gonna keep my distance from that one.
Why?
Well, skinwalkers wear animal skins.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
The more powerful the animal, the more powerful they are wearing the skin. I happen to be a very powerful animal, and I don't feel like being skinned anytime soon.
Makes sense.
Well, that does make sense, and yes, but we're looking for her name.
Yeah, I'm
we're
not
happy.
from this reservation specifically. I'm older than reservations. I'm also I don't exactly know everyone here personally. So I don't know her name. So
Okay.
not much I
Fair.
can do there.
Very fair. Thank you.
Rian, all right. You four go check the murder scene, and I'll... Coyote, may I have a word or two with you while they're doing that?
Yeah, maybe one or two.
All right.
All right, one. See ya.
Does he
just
actually
kidding.
disappear?
Just kidding. You still have two. You said you wanted a word or two from me. Or was it with or from?
Let me rephrase. Perhaps several more minutes of your time in conversation.
Ooh, that one's a bit. All right, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Elianna walks away. We're going to crime scene.
Cayden's following.
Let's just get this over with.
Joan's laughing as she follows you
Elianna's
guys.
frustrated.
Voltaire?
Voltaire just kind of flashes you a look like, please don't do anything stupid.
Flashing Rian look, right?
Yes.
Flashes Coyote a look. Don't do anything stupid.
Coyote can do whatever the frick he wants.
True.
All right. So, your white friends are gone. What was it you wanted to say?
First of all, apologies for some of them. Yeah,
I've had way worse.
I'm sure.
Should tell you about some of the times I got killed.
Perhaps another day. But I do have to ask, is there anything you could do to perhaps help us get a word with the elders of the reservation here? At the very least?
I don't know. Maybe I'll have some fun with it.
Because if we don't take care of our skinwalker assassin... Oh, jeez, my accent.
I love you, Nathaniel.
Then...
I really do.
Well, I don't know. I'll think of something. If I can think of something entertaining enough to do, then I'll help you with this little thing.
That would be much appreciated.
All right. Well, see ya.
Tips his head. Pleasure meeting you. And then walks to join the others.
Okay. Do you look back at all after turning around?
Yeah, after a few steps, he would turn around and take
Okay.
one last look.
So the man is gone when you turn around, but you do see in the distance now a coyote vanishing into the desert.
Smiles, tips his head one more time, till we meet again. And then
Okay.
continues back to the motel.
We go to the crime scene.
Yeah. So you have to either break through or like go under the caution tape that's across the door.
Elianna was leading.
and
What
then-
did she do?
We have to go through the caution tape.
Through or under?
All right. Elianna's a tall person. And everyone else is really tall as well. She's just gonna like pull off the caution tape, step aside, so
Okay.
everyone else can go in first.
Hello, everybody. This is Caitlin, also known as Howie, and welcome to roughly the middle of the episode. I'm only halfway finished with editing, so I don't know exactly where this is going to land. I hope things are going well for you. It's good to have you here. I hope you are enjoying the episode. If you can hear the soft sound of rain in the background, please don't mind it. I am recording this from my car because times be crazy. And Wednesday just sort of disappeared. It just didn't happen this week, I guess. So, kind of rushing to get this one done. As per usual. I want to give a real quick shout out to our patron, Nathaniel Kruyer. Thank you so much for all you do to support us and support the podcast. We love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to support the podcast as well, you can go to patreon.com/the Genesys Archives. We've got a bunch of fun stuff over there, from just shout outs every episode to some crazy stuff like working with Jonathan to develop an Unseen World setting for your hometown, getting an NPC named after you in the podcast, playing with us in a one-shot, or working alongside Jonathan to bring your favorite fictional setting to life in Genesys as a fully functional RPG sourcebook. A lot of cool stuff, and we would very, very, very much appreciate it. We'd love you forever and all that, and you'd be helping the podcast to grow in a big, big way. Other ways to support us are to leave a comment, leave a review, leave a like, leave a subscribe. We have a YouTube channel. We also have accounts on Tumblr. We have a page on Facebook. We have a Twitter account as well. You can find us on Tumblr at thegenesisarchives.tumblr.com and at the Genesis Archives on Twitter. I also want to give a shout out to Emily, who did the cover art for this campaign. She made some pretty awesome fan art and posted it on Twitter at EmilyE_draws, which we retweeted. I would highly recommend checking it out. It's from the High Roller arc, and it's very funny. It's just very good. She's extremely talented. Go check out all her stuff, actually. And make sure to tweet us at #TheGenesisArchives. We'd love to know what you're thinking and what you're liking and how it's going with you in general in life. You can also find and join our Discord server through the pinned tweet on our Twitter, which you can look up whether or not you have a Twitter account. And we'd love to hang out with you there as well. Either way, thank you so much for listening. We really, really appreciate it. And we're so happy that you're enjoying it. With that, I believe we have a short advertisement and possibly a mechanics moment with Baaron, though we are really coming right up on the wire of releasing this, and things be crazy for everyone. So, I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your December, or whatever time of year it is. Just have a good one. Take today, have a good one. And we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, this is Baaron again with your mechanics moment. I'll be covering the mechanics moment for this week. I'm excited to be talking with you guys again. I know it's been a while, but I will do my best to make today's topic clear and understandable, and also hopefully this won't take too long to explain. So today's topic is talents. Now, talents are part of your character that we could maybe describe as extra skills or abilities that don't come with, your career, just regular skill checks. You probably have heard us all the time say like, oh, I'm going to use this in a certain setting, and that helps us a lot. Like, I know that as Cayden, I've always been like, oh, I want to use uncanny senses, which helps me with my perception checks. Now, that is what a talent is. Two major things you need to understand about talents going in is the category of talent and also tiers. We'll get to tiers in a little bit. There are 4 categories of talents. There are passive, incidental, maneuver, and action or active talents. Basically, the category describes, in general, when and how that specific talent is meant to be used. So passives, as they probably indicate, or if you played RPGs before, are just benefits or perks that are always there. They don't need any extra things spent, they just are part of your character now. The most basic one is Toughened, which increases the wound threshold of your character by 2, and that is a really nice thing to have. The next one, of course, is Incidental. Incidentals are things that occur when a certain event or thing is triggered. And so the talent itself will usually explain when and how it's supposed to be used. The most basic one you've heard us use a lot is Quick Draw, which usually when you draw a weapon, you have to spend a maneuver to do so. But with Quick Draw, you do not have to use a maneuver. Instead, it acts as an incidental. The next one is Maneuvers, meaning that in order to perform whatever the talent says you can perform, it has to be during your chance to use a maneuver. A good example of this would be Conduit, where you spend a story point to use a magic action as if it was a maneuver. That is incredibly useful for magic users, and I would highly recommend it, as high of a tier of skill that it is. The next one and the last one are active or action talents. Basically, when you have an action or active talent, you usually have to perform a skill or there's some other type of price or effect before you can do it, and you can only perform it when you can perform an action. So signature spells technically are actions because they're spells. Anything that involves you making a check to do so, such as Hunter's Query, is all action based. The next thing you need to know about is tiers. Now, tiers are important when you're actually buying the talents themselves. When you look at the talent
tree or pyramid on your character sheet, you'll notice that there's 5 tiers of talents. And each tier kind of indicates how good of a talent or how useful of a talent it might be. This is only relative, of course, because some lower tier talents are just really good. But it's more or less, that's the rule. The higher the tier, the better the talent. With that in mind, to get higher tier talents when spending experience, you have to have at least 2 of the tier prior to it. For example, if you want to get a tier 2 talent, you have to have at least 2 tier 1s. And that works for all tiers, meaning that even if you wanted it 1 tier 5, you have to have 2 tier 4s. It takes a long time to build up to it, but it's worth it in the end. As for actually purchasing those talents, you have to have, of course, the space for it, and also the tier determines how expensive it is. So to buy a talent, you have to spend 5 times the tier level of experience. So for example, a tier 1, of course, is only 5 experience points. So you could get a lot of those at once. Tier 3 talents are 15, and tier 5 talents are 25 experience, and so on and so forth. Now, I guess the last thing needed, and this will be pretty quick to explain, is ranks. Not all talents are ranked, but the ones that are important to keep track of. A ranked talent usually means that whatever the talent explains is its purpose. It gets better if you have higher ranks in it. When you first purchase the talent, it comes with a rank 1 of that specific talent. To get to the next rank, you have to purchase the next highest tier of said talent. Toughened is a passive talent, but it is also ranked, so you can keep getting toughened as long as you have the space for it. And that should about cover the mechanics of talents. The real great benefit of talents is if you have certain character flavors or abilities that you want them to have that allows them to be very unique. Talents really help customize your character's abilities, their skill set, and what you want to really accomplish with that character. So make sure to always check with your GM if a talent is approved. Oftentimes there will be talent lists in the handbooks of the settings that you're playing in. But if your GM is very generous or wants to have more freedom for you guys, they might allow you to use talents outside of that setting, so long as they're approved. So absolutely take your time with talents, go wild. Just remember to plan them out a little bit if you want to get to those higher tier talents or more ranks in a certain talent. And that should about cover it. Thank you again for listening to our podcast. We are so happy and excited about the responses we've received so far. And let me tell you, it's only going to get more delicious and juicy of a story as we go. We know that we've had a couple really good episodes, but it's only going to get better. So we hope that you continue to tune in. Have a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you after the break. Bye.
So inside, it's a bloody scene. The guy is sprawled along the floor with thorny roses coming out of his mouth and his gut. Blood all over the floor and the roses and him.
Question, I might painkiller worn off by now.
If real-life painkillers last about 6 hours, then we're going to change the rule that they last 6 hours in the game, because that's the point is they're supposed to last the same amount as real-life painkillers.
So how long have we been going so far then?
We took a 2-hour drive, right? So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got 3 hours left. All right.
You see there are like some stacks of books on the motel shelves and stuff. Some of them have blood splatters on them. These aren't novels. These are old leather-bound tomes and stuff.
Ooh.
Beyond that, let's do perception check.
Voltaire would go to the books. It's the first time he's seen old books.
What's
like
your
that.
perception?
Good question. Perception.
Need some ranks.
Yeah, I have 0 ranks and 2 cunning.
I don't think you want to be actively looking at this.
You see that one of the books is open on the lampstand right next to the bed.
Cool. He's going to go look at that.
Or not the lampstand. No,
Nice.
he was at a desk. There's a desk right next to the bed.
Okay.
That's got there's the book open there.
Okay, he's going to go look at that because obviously the guy's dead. He was killed by fairies.
Mm-hmm.
We know that much.
That book is a translation, like it's a book to translate cave paintings.
Oh. He just starts flipping through and he says, It seems like our professor was here to study cave paintings.
Elianna has steps into the room after everyone else, sort of leans back and looks up at the ceiling and puts her hand on the door, and then walks over to Voltaire to look at the book also.
Cayden's standing in the middle of the room. Whether or not the body's there too doesn't matter to him, I guess. He's just going to try a perception check on the room itself to see if he can gain just anything else, any other whiffs of something off.
This place is filled with a lot of heavy smells.
Okay.
It's going to be hard for you to perceive anything through it.
Okay, at least through smells?
The smell of blood is thick in the air. The roses are still fresh, so there's
That's
the blood
overpowering.
mixture.
Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, in terms of scent, it's hard. Okay. Then
Iron and roses.
Cayden's going to switch then. He's going to put in his noise-canceling earbuds that he wears around his neck, and then pull his goggles down to make a visual perception check instead.
Hello.
Just because he knows that with all this smells, they're not going to get anything.
Not a lot of noise either.
Yeah, it's dead scene.
You hear the murderer.
You hear the wind and the tumbleweeds passing by.
All of it.
You see that, as he sprawled out, you look down, the angle of his arm, something is odd about it, and you see when he went down, he threw something. And then looking under the bed, you find a journal.
Ooh.
Cayden will open it. Well, he'll turn to the group and just kind of be like, hey, I found something. And he just opens it up to see what it looks like. Again, he's also wearing noise canceling and he's focused on the book. So if you try to speak to him, he probably won't be able to tell.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, so looking in the book, you see that, he's got journal entries, but he's also recreated cave paintings in the journal.
Ooh. What are these cave paintings?
He's gonna make his way towards Voltaire and Elianna then.
What's Joan doing right now?
That's a good question.
I don't know, Joan's just looking around, and then when Cayden said that he found something, she walked over. She would have also said, what is it? But
well, after he looks, he might say it out loud. It looks like more cave paintings, but he drew them. If Joan is up next to him by this point, he'll gesture the book towards her.
Do you want to bring the book over to the side of the room, not practically on top of the body? Do you want to move it this way a little bit?
Can we say this is about when Rian would probably walk in the door?
Sure.
What'd you say you found?
Cayden looks up. Cave paintings.
Cave paintings? Of what?
I don't know.
Can we look at the? Can you come over? Can you come fully over?
Oh,
here
sorry.
So we can look at the book as a group.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
I'm sorry.
It's been a long night for all of us. All right.
Yep.
Long day, long night. He makes his way over there.
Okay, what do we see?
They show something bad.
Can we use the book to translate?
Well, the book is just a guide. You also have to...
Okay, can we use the book to guide us in our translation?
Yeah, what's your knowledge education?
I mean,
Voltaire, tell me you have something in that, because I know I don't.
I don't.
Voltaire...
Because the professor had 5.
Of course he did.
Dear
He's a
heaven.
professor.
Voltaire currently has 1 rank in knowledge education.
Anyone have better?
Nope.
He has 3 intellect.
So in the recent sections, you see the paintings show a dark blob with eyes.
Ooh.
It has images of men with spears being just massacred by this thing.
Ooh.
And then it shows figures in a circle around it. And then there's an image of a valley.
Are these photos of cave paintings, or are these recreations?
He drew them out,
recreations
right?
in the same style?
These are exact recreations, as exact recreations as you can make.
Okay, so rank 1, intellect 3? Is that even enough to attempt to decipher this man's notes?
You could attempt, but it would take some time.
So we would probably want to do that somewhere else.
Yeah. Just
we could take it with us and study on the go.
Evidence from a crime scene.
They wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they already ran through the crime scene and they didn't find the journal. So
they were in the process.
There was just one guy.
Actually,
we can argue about the ethics of taking the journal.
Speaks to me as a player.
Actually, a few seconds after looking at the book, Rian then looks at the body, and he's gonna try and search for an ID of some sort on it to
Not a
get to
bad
know
idea.
who he is.
That's tampering with evidence. That's a whole different.
touching the body.
And you're getting your fingerprints all over the body.
Do you have gloves?
You can answer. You can answer that.
I do have
Okay,
several
so-
handkerchiefs.
So Rian reaches down and Joan's like, wait, are you just about to put your fingerprints all over this dead
Have
man's
you
body?
never
Is
seen
that what you're about to
a
do?
crime show?
Rian grabs a handkerchief out of his pocket.
Wait, did he take a
That's-
handkerchief?
Yes.
Cleanly, he's a gentleman.
Just gloves are more practical. I mean, if he doesn't have them, that's one.
Unless someone has gloves.
He's not that much of a
Rian-
gentleman.
Joan wiggles her fingerless gloves.
How big are Rian's hands? I know that's a very strange question to just suddenly ask mid-campaign, but it's important.
Oh.
Why?
Because Cayden has gloves.
Why doesn't Cayden do it then?
Because he was the one holding the
What?
journal. And
He
everyone-
can hand it to someone else.
I think he would have extra large size gloves. Sizing, I mean.
Extra.
The big
Okay.
ol' hands.
I think Cayden's gonna have to do this one
Big-handed
then.
boy.
Okay.
He's big.
Cayden,
Strong
I'll
man.
take the journal. I might be able to figure some things out.
All right. Rian, just
Mhm.
hold up on the reins a little bit. You know, just again, not rushing, not brash. Remember?
Yeah,
All
fair
right,
enough.
okay.
General policy for everyone: when you're in a crime scene, in the middle of a crime scene, don't touch anything you don't intend to take with you.
That's a very good policy, I have to say. Much better than just leaning down to grab at the dead body before you had your handkerchief out. Don't pretend you already had that plan.
Elianna, tell me, why do you have such policies?
Have you
Of course.
not seen television? You've been alive for
No.
hundreds of years. Come on.
Yeah, you have to have watched something in all that time.
I find most of modern television abysmal and terribly boring.
It doesn't exactly catch my eye.
Okay.
Yes, Cayden does say that.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm living on the road. I don't watch television.
Okay. So when I first got into the regular world, I of course hadn't watched anything, but people introduced me to things. First thing you need to watch, Avatar.
Can we?
Avatar, not the Blue People movie.
Aw.
The last
Can we
Airbender
have this
show.
conversation not in the? Can we do this later? Can we talk about
Sure.
what? Can we do
Yeah.
show recommendations later? Not in the middle of a crime
You're
scene.
absolutely
We
right.
don't know
All
when
right,
the
I
police are
got-
coming back.
Rian,
I thought about Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I had to say it because the show's just too amazing. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Rian, what were you going to look for?
I was hoping to find an ID of some
All
sort.
right,
on-
okay. That's not a bad idea. All right. So Cayden takes out these very simple leather gloves that he has on his person for specific reasons. And he'll, I guess, make a perception check on the body to find ID? Or is it not hard to just find ID, check pockets and stuff,
Yeah, in this case, it's not hard. He didn't hide it or anything. Yeah, so you take you rob the dead man of his wallet.
Nice. Grave
Perspective.
robbing,
Perspective,
crime scene
people.
tampering.
He's not in the
Oh,
grave
are
yet.
Excellent.
He's not in a grave yet. It's not grave robbing yet.
or in more classic RPG terms, you loot the body.
He's not keeping the wallet. Gosh.
We're going to
Right.
jail.
I know.
I love
I'm
it.
just
It
messing
is
with you.
true. It's been a while since we've looted anything, like since Lord of the Rings, basically.
And in our fantasy campaign, like our medieval
Nobody
fantasy
would loot
campaigns, no one
anything.
loots anyone's bodies.
It's true.
Because we would never stoop that low.
No.
No, it's more that you.
No, no.
It's more that you don't ever think of it. You forget that that's something you can do.
Yeah, I never even knew that was a
Yeah.
thing.
In this world, there are property laws.
It's true.
Yeah, in this world, I think I made a joke about that in the PDF about how when we did the wealth rule for the system. In a regular fantasy setting, you can just loot the bodies of your enemies for gold. But in the real world, if you beat someone up and take their wallet, that's a crime.
That's illegal.
Yep.
Speaking of committing
More
crimes,
business here. Or
So
can we
what?
leave?
We're gonna not take his wallet with us. So what do I see? What does Cayden see in his wallet?
Right.
Skip past credit cards. Look for ID. What do we see?
Okay. You see a picture of him with his grandkids,
Aw.
and
Cayden will not say.
Good.
You want the ID.
you see his ID.
All right.
he hasn't. It's a good name.
Okay.
It's very professorly named.
Yeah, his name is Harrison Chesterton.
Yes.
Very
I love
good
that.
English.
Ooh, it hurt.
Dr. Harrison Chesterton.
That like hurt me, but I still love it. It's one of those almost like
I've been studying indigenous cave paintings.
It's almost as bad as when I came up with someone named Percival
That's the
Clifford.
only way it could be
It's painful.
painful. Yeah.
I have
Thank you.
deep emotions about the name Percival.
I don't
Right.
dare.
About the name what?
Percival Clifford. I don't. It doesn't. It is deeply unsettling.
Yes,
it's
it is.
deeply unsettling.
Which
and I
was
don't
the
know
whole
why.
reason I came up with it. That's directly the reason
Alright.
why I put
Back
this
to
dude.
back to Dr.
Moving on.
Chesterton.
Okay, Professor Chesterton.
Yes,
Professor
sorry.
Chesterton.
He also has a card in there that has his number and stuff. He doesn't have an email address on there. Because
it's like a
not
business
have
card
email.
in a way.
Yeah.
Does it like reveal
Alright.
what kind of professor he is?
Yeah, he is a professor of mythology and folklore.
All right.
Of course.
So
Hey,
we have
who
here
else?
a Professor Harrison Chesterton.
Wow, that is a very British name.
Quick, somebody look for a pipe.
Do you want to tell us some more about the dead man's wallet?
He has a business card, no email, just a number. Not important now, but he is a professor of mythology and folklore.
Of course he is.
Mm.
Where?
Excellent question. Is he working for a school?
Oxford.
Oxford?
Goodness.
Oxford.
Okay.
From Oxford.
This man is very far.
Man, I can tell by your suit.
Can we discuss the particulars of just how far outside of the active crime scene?
Yeah, put the wallet back.
Forgive me, I'm having a brief moment of clarity, and it just seems like there are better places for us to have this
I
conversation.
agree. Let's go.
Perhaps we should take the business card just in
We
case,
shouldn't
though.
take
If-
anything. We can remember that.
You hear wheels outside.
Great.
Never
Great.
mind.
I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Can we get out without being seen?
Stealth checks.
Yes! Finally!
Excuse me?
The answer to that is no.
I looked at stealth and I was like, huh.
Should I?
I had a weird
glad-
feeling like maybe I should invest something in stealth. What? No. Why would I? What? No.
Why
Why would I put something in? Why did I feel like that?
Hey, you got the worst.
The answer
And one
to
agility.
this.
I'm a 2 agility.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot. You were 3 before.
I have
Oh.
Now you're-
ability also and no stealth.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You right.
I am how tall am I? 6 feet tall. I'm a 6 foot tall blonde white woman.
Yeah, you're white as well. Yeah.
I don't.
I'm 6
You don't
foot.
stealth
This is
well.
not
I'm
not in this location.
No, he hasn't stopped yet. He is in the process of rolling in. So this is why we have the option to try
Is there a
to
back
sneak
window?
out on.
Or a back door.
Did anyone search the apartment beforehand?
Cayden made like he was looking overall if he saw something. Oh, unless it's his hidden. If this is a hidden thing, then no.
Can Rian quick perception check to try and find one?
You don't know if there is.
Jonathan,
Uh,
can I is there a crime-based check that I could roll to say that I automatically, upon entering an active crime scene, looked for a window just in case? Is there a roll I can make?
Sounds like spending a
How
story
we
point.
require it.
Can I spend a story point to make a roll to that effect? To look for exits from this active crime scene?
well, you could spend a story point to say you already did
Mhm.
that, or we could have you roll a streetwise check.
Okay. I want to do that.
Do you have good cunning or streetwise?
How's your
I have
streetwise?
1 yellow and 2 green.
It's not bad. All right.
There are 2 options for investing something in. I was gonna do streetwise and I didn't.
I thought you were gonna do stealth, but then you.
I looked at stealth and my brain was like, you should do that one. I was like, what? Just not what? And then
As a
I
hunter,
felt out my
okay.
serious options.
Okay.
So the thought of being caught in this active crime scene is very stressful for you, correct?
It is very stressful and we've had a very rough week.
Okay, 5 strain.
Ooh.
All right, that tracks. That tracks. That's how much I should have anyway, for being honest.
But yes, you did look, and there is a back window in the
All
bathroom.
right, Elianna walks too confidently towards the bathroom and opens the window.
I assume we should follow her lead.
Yeah, and you're going to need to make a coordination check to fit through this window. Everyone will have to.
I'm so
How
tall.
big is this window?
I'm so tall.
No. The tall isn't a problem when you're going through windows. It's girth.
I mean, it
Girth
depends
problem.
on the size of the window.
But
It's-
there's a window that we can fit out of.
I have 2
Most
green.
probably.
I have 2 green.
That's what I have.
I think I might just try and stealth check. my
I
way
would
out
be
of
rolling
this.
the same thing for stealth,
Same team.
and I feel better about this.
It's true because we're not going to be walking
I
right
feel
into
better
it.
about
Okay.
stealth.
So you can make. So the real question here is how fast you can do it, because you can get through this window.
Could it be combined checks? Like if we help each other, that could get us all through faster. Like if people like.
True. Okay, so I know what Ellie got. Let's see if anyone can help her out then.
Rian will try to help, but that's like because it's stupid.
Does
What's his? Well, to help her through, like I guess you could make athletics if you're only trying to help her. But
I can make an athletics. I have 1 rank and
2 in bronze.
2 in bronze.
I have
Hey,
3
this-
green.
but this would make it take longer for you to get through as well, because you have to make another check.
All right, let's see how this plays out. I guess.
So who's doing this?
Voltaire decides to try to push
What a
you through.
gentleman. It's a common rule of chivalry is you always help a lady escape a crime scene.
It's true.
Voltaire is ineffective.
Oh, glorious.
He tried.
It's
He
true. He
tried.
did try.
He sure did try.
One of the loops, like the belt loops on your jeans, got caught on the
Nice.
window, and so you're stuck in there. And Voltaire tried to help you out, but he just ended up getting you like a little more tangled in
This
that.
is why I don't wear jeans.
I suggest we close this door, this bathroom door.
That's a good idea.
Joan, I don't suppose you know of an invisibility spell, do you?
Can somebody shove me
Nah.
through this window so that we can all get out of here?
Rian, do that. I'll try to
Yeah,
do something.
Rian was already making his way to Elianna. We're gonna get her out.
Wait, what's his check then?
1 yellow, 1
The
green.
same one?
Same as Voltaire's.
Mine was 1 yellow, 2 green.
You said 1 green.
Hang on. No. Yes. No.
1
yellow,
rank,
1 green.
2 bronze.
Never mind. I know how to play this game.
Cayden will assist Rian with helping with Elianna.
All right, Joan is
Because he
going
has
to
3
cast a
bronze.
spell.
Ah.
He's slightly buffer than
I
the
don't
rest
know.
of you.
Look, if I'm stuck in this window, then nobody's getting out the window.
Exactly. There's might as well all collectively.
Rian is concentrating on being as agile as ever.
Wait, are you making an agility check? Are you making a coordination check for this?
No, I'm just saying Rian.
Okay, what is Cayden's athletics?
Well, he's assisting Rian.
Rian was
He's gonna. We'll use
okay,
his
what
3
are-
brawn and then his rank, Rian's rank.
1 and 2.
So 1 yellow, 2 green, slightly better.
All right, success.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Breaks the belt loop, but you guys are able to push her out.
Nice.
Perfect. Who's next? Voltaire.
Sure.
Might get a little dust on your suit if this doesn't go too well.
This wasn't my favorite one anyway.
Is that really what you're
So,
worried about right now? Let's go.
Working on it. Working on it.
Rian just rolls his
Okay,
eyes.
yeah. Outside, you hear the car stop and the guy coming in.
I didn't put the crime scene
Crap,
tape back.
crap,
I didn't put it back.
Okay,
Start climbing.
coordination. Who's next?
We gotta go. He's gonna know we came in here.
2 agility.
Your nice suit gets stuck on his window.
Rian starts helping him out.
Can Elianna help from the other side? Not that she would be that helpful, but like,
Adding blue dye, I guess.
I just imagine there's this car with this family on vacation just driving past, seeing this like 6-foot Amazon of a woman pulling this just gorgeously dressed man out of a window.
How do we do?
Now this is Joan casting her spell.
Oh, how'd she do?
She succeeded. So
Oh, good. One of us is actually good at something.
You hear a unfamiliar female voice. All right, I'm gonna stall. Get out of here. She now looks like a female Native American police officer.
yes, I love it.
Really?
I love it.
Rian just kind of gives her a look up and down. He's kind of he's impressed.
If Joan
Also,
was
he's-
paying attention, she might be able to tell that Cayden is actually a little impressed. If she was choosing to pay attention.
Thanks.
Can we please shove me out the
Cayden
window?
was
Rian's already
Rian and
trying.
Cayden, like,
Cayden,
let's
give me a
have
hand
3
with
people
this.
on this at once. Like, same check with a blue die, because you can add a blue die.
Because apparently Voltaire's suit is just ginormous.
No, it just got caught. This is
It's
a
super
poorly
loose.
maintained place, so
Jagged edges of a window.
there's just some edges that
Right,
are catching
makes
onto
sense.
things.
What a
Excellent.
crack team of stealth.
I know, right?
We're the best of the best.
Did we not?
All right, success. push him through. It tears his jacket, and
Hack.
you're able to push him through.
Does it leave any like scraps on the window?
Yes,
And
it does.
I rip that
Oh,
off.
dear.
Yeah, do that before someone else
All
goes
right, smart thinking.
Yes. Voltaire is going to transfer his little bag to his pants pocket because the jacket is now thoroughly ruined.
Cayden gestures for Rian to go next, since at least Cayden gets slightly more leverage than others can from his side.
All right, well, first,
Yeah, so the guy walks into the apartment and Jones takes a breath and heads out, and you hear her start talking with that guy.
Now's the time.
Rian really quick is gonna unbutton his shawl, take off, and throw it through
Good
and
plan.
kind of onto the windowsill, so make it hopefully a little easier not to
Good
get
plan.
Good man.
Good
I
plan.
like this man.
Good man. Good
What's
plan.
your
two.
Everyone has these.
If my agility wasn't hampered,
It's
I'd have
true.
3.
It's true.
all right? So you take one strain,
All right.
but you get through.
All right.
First person
Yeah.
to pass.
Mhm.
All right.
Cayden? Cayden?
So briefly, we're going to go over to Joan and the guy.
The officer.
I didn't realize that anyone else was called out here. Oh yeah, I got the call, and I thought that it might take more than just one person to deal with something like this. You know, this isn't something that we get every day here. It's pretty messed up, right? And then so she is going to make a deception check.
How good is her deception?
Please.
Disgrace.
Good. She was raised on the
What?
That was a
Okay.
reference.
Please.
What?
To
Please.
the second line.
I appreciate
Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. I know you would.
Yeah, so he's just like, huh. You're like, yeah, you're totally right about that. Like,
Yes.
and earlier there was like, their cars are still outside. Did you see like some really weird, like rich-looking white people hanging out around here? No, I didn't see him. But like, do you want me to go look around for him? Oh yeah, like, that's a good idea. I'll check around here. You check outside. Like, good idea.
Wait, what?
Dude.
Joan, I love you.
Joan. Saving the
Excellent.
day.
Okay, Cayden's
Cayden.
turn.
Wait, did Rian choose to leave his shawl to assist?
He's leaving his shawl to help Cayden.
Okay,
out.
it's the same. 2 green.
All right, success.
Oh,
Hey.
There you go.
all right.
After Cayden's out, Rian's gonna kind of like whip his shawl out so it doesn't get snagged on anything.
Okay, yeah, and then Joan like walks around to out back, and like you see her just like shimmer, and then she's herself again.
Wow.
Let's go.
Let's get back to the cars.
Ow.
I might have learned 1 or 2 things from being around the Fae.
Just a bit. Just a bit.
Yeah.
Thank
Let's
you
go.
very much.
You see the cop like at our cars when we come around.
No,
He's checking
inside.
inside,
Oh,
and we
I
just left.
Let's go.
he sent the other cop to go look for us.
Yeah, and the other cop is now going to be long gone. Because Voltaire's, he's just to the
Getting
limo.
in the
by now.
car,
To the
driving
limo.
away.
Rian's also getting into
Let's
that limo.
go.
Cayden actually gets into the other car.
Nice. Good for you. Let's get out
Just
of
clarifying.
here.
Just go. It was slightly closer, I guess. That's how it worked.
Cool.
Driver, let's go.
All right, so where are we
I
heading?
don't away.
Just-
Away.
Probably to the village.
Is there
Where
a
we were
need
headed
to
to
go in the
originally,
first
I guess.
village?
Sorry, town, center, whatever.
The village.
Sorry.
Village by M. Night
Oh,
Shyamalan.
yeah.
Come on.
Look, we haven't broken from fantasy worlds for a very long time.
It's true.
Okay.
So yeah, we're
We're
going.
going to go to the important place. There's always an important
Jonathan,
place on
take
a
us to the
reservation.
next scene, please. Take us to. Could you just transport
Yeah.
us to where we need to be? Use your movie
Okay.
magic.
As we
Here we go.